Hey guys, I hope you're well. I really don't know why, but I really like doing lives in my car sometimes. So first of all, my car, her name is Ladybug Skittles. It's yellow, bright yellow. It's a Volkswagen Beetle convertible, 2-seater. I'll tell you the story of why I got it. I didn't even plan on doing this. I have no idea why I'm going to say the story. But anyway, so I lived in New Zealand, right? Well, I lived in America, grew up in America, and then I left my job, moved across the world to New Zealand, got a car there. That was a 2-seater car, or 2-door car too. I really like small cars. So anyway, I crashed the door right before I was going to go leave New Zealand. And so then I was traveling the world for a whole year basically. And I had to drive cars all by myself because I was traveling by myself. So it would be sometimes you would drive cars and it's on this side of the road. Then other times it would be on this side of the car. And then you have to remember if you're supposed to drive on the right side of the road or the left side of the road. It was all very, very confusing. So anyway, I go to Portugal in 2019 to see one of my very, very best friends, Anise. I mean, I just love her. And so I go there and she picks me up in a Volkswagen Beetle, and I'm convertible. And we go over the Lisbon Bridge. It's the San Francisco Bridge, but I think it's more beautiful, to be honest. And we're yes! We're when I was oh my God, Lisbon! The best thing ever. And so we're doing that. And so anyway, I got my car when I came here when it was called Ladybug Skittles, Volkswagen Beetle convertible, because it always reminds me that I'm in Lisbon with my best friend Anish, even though I don't even drive that much. So anyway, why I went on to that is because I'm outside of where I live, but I knew if I went inside and parked my car and go up to my apartment, I'm going to get distracted and I'm not going to do the live, and I have something very important to share. So first of all, I'm launching the most important thing I've ever launched in my whole entire career. I'm so excited about it. I could literally just faint, probably. It's called the Luxury Healer Inner Circle. It is my inner circle. I've never done it before. It's just absolutely incredible. But we're going to get into what we're going to talk about. Before I get into more details about the Luxury Healer Inner Circle and how you can join. Because if you're here and you're a healer and you know you're meant to claim you're a healer and you're meant to do big things in this world as a healer and be a luxury healer, then this is the inner circle for you. This is the community for you. This is where you're meant to be. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this. So I just did an Instagram live on this, but I really felt like doing 2 separate lives today. I never do that many lives anymore, to be honest. I'm kind of hard to get a hold of. But, okay, so back into my stories. So I just had the most amazing experience where I was able to go to Alyssa Williams' Queens of Abundance retreat. And it was the first time that I did meditation and sound healing outside of my own online programs and retreats, which was just phenomenal. If you were on my live training last Thursday, so a couple days ago, we were on the live training of mine that was free at that time. And I'm oh my God, have you listened to this? And I'm literally sharing a story of my real life manifestation on my live training. And everyone's oh my God, congratulations. It was crazy because that's just the world that I function. Fairies and butterflies and all things are happening so quickly all the time that you don't even realize they're happening. So what I wanted to go into today, though, was this whole notion of healing, being a healer. There's a lot of you in this community who are healers, or you're in the corporate space, you're in the finance space, you're in the engineering space, you're in the very linear thinking, tech space, and you're wanting to know more about this energy world. You're wanting to claim you're right as a healer, as an energy worker. But you feel nervous because you keep coming back how is the money going to work? How am I going to get the money? How am I going to do the things? How is this going to work out for me if I leave this stable industry, this linear industry, and go into this fairy industry is what goes on in your mind. But the reality is, and I just shared the stories, when I've been to 42 countries, I've lived in 5 countries, and I've lived in 5 USA states. So to say that I'm really well diversified in life, I feel like I'm very qualified to say that. As well as having an academia background, my master's, getting my PhD, as well as the energy work that I do. So I feel like I'm very, very across the board, what's this called? Qualified to talk about what I'm talking about. Reliable and valid. And so a lot of you come to me and you're Colleen, I don't have the money for this. I don't have the money, or I don't have the time to be a healer or to meditate, or I'm just getting into meditating, or I'm just getting into this. I have so many other businesses or so many things. The reality is, if you're a healer, these are freaking bullshit excuses you're giving yourself to stay stuck in the matrix, which really is only hurting you from becoming who you're meant to become. The truth is, you always have the money. If you want to go eat food right now, you're going to find the money to eat food. So why would you not have the money to invest in becoming a healer, which is why you're here on this planet. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's almost like saying, like, you know, you have something inside of you, which would be like, I know that I'm meant to here to impact people. I know I'm meant to make money from it, but I just feel like I need to wait to save for my retirement, or I need to have money to do this. Like, so you're telling me if you got cancer tomorrow, which I'm a cancer survivor, that you would be like, oh, I wish I would have had the money before I got cancer. Like, no, you wish you would have got up your ass and done the thing. Like, let's be honest and real. Like, the only reason that you're staying in a life that's linear thinking, you're doing a job you hate, you're showing up to things you don't want to show up to, is because you're scared and because you don't fully yet believe how powerful you are and the capability you have to change one person's life. And if you knew that you could actually change one person's life and you could get paid for it, you would never turn away again. You would absolutely be like, oh my God, if I knew I could do that, then I would do it. But you can do it, or you wouldn't be here listening. And this whole notion of, well, I don't have the money to invest in myself, like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know, they say the most successful people in life are those who never stop learning, never stop educating, always getting into new environments, new communities, learning new ways of thinking. And that's why I've created this luxury healer inner circle, is because I don't know any healer out there who has a luxury healer inner circle. I know a bunch of healers who have circles or whatever, and it's free and you show up and it's donation based. Like, that's bullshit. Look at, if where's Western medicine, you would never go to a nice doctor, a Western medicine doctor, and be like, oh, it's donation based. Like, you would not do that, especially if you're in a developed nation, which if you're here listening to this, you're in a developed nation. So the fact that you yourself are pretending that you don't have money for your passion, for your purpose, to invest in what you know to be true for yourself, is just so full of whatever. And you know it too, and you're hiding. And the longer you hide, I know if you're sitting here listening, the more that your anxiety builds, the more that your depression builds, the more that there's things inside of your body that are going to build up into manifesting into a massive, massive, massive health problem. When that happens, I don't really know, but it will happen. So what I wanted to come on and share is claiming that you're a healer. The fact that you're here listening to this means you're a healer. You wouldn't be here listening to this. You know that you're meant to heal people's lives. You know you're meant to transform it. You know you're meant to be in the holistic industry, the health industry, but you're just not meant to do it through Western medicine. You know that, or you wouldn't be here. And maybe there's supplements of Western medicine, but long term, you know that there's another narrative. You know that you're able to do Reiki, or you're able to do energy work or meditation, or I don't know, the masculine, feminine energy, blogging, vlogging, video edits, music industry. Like, I could go on and on and on. You know that you're not meant to be in this linear thinking world that you've trapped yourself in, and wait for retirement or wait till you have the money. Like, you have the money now. Make the investment, trust yourself, do the thing to live a life that's uncompromised to you, true to you, so you can truly fall in love with life. Because until you own the fact of who you are as a healer and a light worker, you're never going to really create the life you want to create. You can keep overachieving and you'll keep ticking the boxes. Trust me, I've done it. Like I said, I've lived all over the world. I've done all the things in a lot of ways. And it's all added to who I am, so I can't be mad about any of it. But the things that have got me the biggest result is when I've been like, I'm a light worker, I'm a healer, and I go and do the things that I'm really good at, which is meditating, which is healing people, which is listening, tuning in, frequencing into people to like help them heal and shift and see another way of reality. And I've done that through crystals. Like, my everlasting list can go on of how I've done this for people. The point of this is here that if you're listening to this, start to claim that you're a healer. Start to own it. Stop playing in the bullshit matrix, because as we're reemerging from this time that whatever it just was, we had a lot of opportunity to sit and self-reflect. And the opportunity for you now is to put yourself in new communities, put yourself in new environments, which is why I'm creating the luxury healer inner circle, because you are not meant to be a broke healer. Broke healers you would not see a broke doctor that you would want to go to. So you can't be a broke healer. Like, we want you at the same practice level as a yoga practice or a doctor practice, but in your own modality, in your own righteousness, in your own reason of what is your soul contract of why you are here, remembering the truth of you. Like, why did the cosmos have an epiphany or a boom, which is through a penetration of two people having you birth out of a womb into this human body that you created, made manifest in the moment. You chose that experience from the cosmos to be here in the now. And what are you meant to do with that? It's not meant to be a linear job. It's not meant to be like, I'm just here to do some things and then die or save my money. Like, that just is so boring. It's so old school. Like, who wants that? I don't want a boring life. You wouldn't be listening here if you want a boring life. So where I wanted to go with that, basically what I wanted to say is that if you're here listening, you're meant to be a healer. And I'm creating this new luxury healer inner circle that you're meant to be in, because you wouldn't be here listening if you weren't meant to be in it. That's just it. And you have the money, you have the abundance, you have the right to be in a community of people that are going to support you. And what's included, which I love, what's included in my monthly luxury healer inner circle, I just love this. It's like my best creation I've ever created, literally, is we have one sound healing channeled cosmic channeled meditation a month that will be brand new live, and you'll get access to all the recordings. And then you have one live Q&A with me. I never do Q&As, you guys, unless it's like a private client. People do not ask me questions unless you like randomly see me out somewhere, and you guys know it's like impossible to get me at any event unless it's like my event or someone I know. Like, it's like I very rarely do anything. I don't do anything I don't want to do. I don't go anywhere I don't want to go. Like, I don't do that just because my business I should show up somewhere to get a result for my business. I get results in my business because I'm a healer and I meditate and I touch into the cosmos, and people naturally show up online for me. Point blank, period. And that may sound cocky or egotistical, but it is what it is. And you can ask multiple of my friends, like, they've seen it. I've been literally lying in bed next to my friends and be like, okay, I'm going to make some money. I'm going to impact some people today. And literally people just show up in my messages. Like, that's just how it is, because I'm a luxury healer. It's just like Gucci, Chanel, Louis Vuitton. Like, you don't have to go and do anything. They don't need to go to events. People just show up. It's the same way once you're a luxury healer, a big, like, doctor, like if it's a cancer doctor or whatever, like, you don't just, like, you don't have to go out and market yourself. You just are, because you're embodied in who you are and what you do. And that's a luxury healer. That's why you need to get in the inner circle, so we can encode this into your cellular memory. So you remember your soul contract. You remember why you're here. And yeah, so anyway, that's the meditations, and I do that once a month. And then the other part is the Q&A. So you can ask me anything about digital marketing, global development, the cosmos, your line of work, like how to do sales processes online, how to do systems online, back-end systems, front-end systems, online courses, product, service, all of the things. Literally, like, only my perfect clients normally get that access to me. So this is incredible that I'm offering this. And then the third thing is that you can get access to my Expanded Liberation magazine. My magazine, I mean, I'm biased, is like the best magazine in the whole world. It's focused on 4-part, which is balance, beauty, business, body. And so I touch on 4 different topics that go through all the things, like all the updates of everything you ever want to know. Like, if you like my writing and my poetry and all the things I write on social media, this is like the next level. Like, this is my most potent channeled stuff that I don't share anywhere else. Like, you do not get access to this unless you're in my magazine, like, subscription. And now if you're in the subscription, you can get access to it. Like, the artwork there is incredible. My photography that I do there, that if you guys see my photography, is like incredible. I edit it. It takes me like hours to edit these photos that I use. Because I have like activating your subconscious mind and remembering and like all these things that I'm doing with my photography. So there's that. And then you also have a VIP option where you can get 24/7 access to me. So we can like talk back and forth on something similar to WhatsApp, where you can like say like what your dreams are, like lucid dreams are, like what your hardships are, what your expansions are, like what you're going through. So you have like basically talk therapy. It's like I'm a real life therapist, like going through, but I'm channeling and I'm intuitive, so it's better than a therapist. But I'm getting a PhD in psychology, so I like in many ways I feel like I'm very qualified again with business and with the psychology, because it's marketing, global technology development, and psychology. But your mindset is everything. Your mind creates all of this. So it's really like unraveling, unweaving, unwinding what you think is not true, and tuning into the frequency of you, which is a healer, which is you're meant to change people's lives by simply being you and create a lifestyle career out of that, create a business. And you're meant to help other people then start to create lifestyle businesses and careers and help them like be successful by you being a healer. Like, it's just so simple. I don't know how there's any other choice or any other thought of it. Like, it just is what it is. You just need to come out of the spiritual closet and own it and be it. And you have the money to invest. It's like $111 per month. And the first 10 people that enroll, they get a special bonus. And we have 2 people that already enrolled, so 8 more people. But it's just incredible. I've never been so excited to launch something in my business. I've never been so excited just to be like, oh my God, it's here. We're happening. Like, what's going on? So anyway, message me, Luxury Healer. I'll give you the details so you can enroll. So you can also be one of the first 10 people to get a bonus. You know what I'm saying? But I think the moral of my story, like really what I wanted to say, and I think overall, and if you're watching this on the replay, let me know, is just, you are a healer. You are here to heal people. You are here to do good things, and you are here to be compensated for your work. Like, that's just point blank, period. You wouldn't be here listening if you weren't a healer, if you weren't meant to be holistic, if you weren't meant to do greater things. You just wouldn't be here listening to this. It's physically impossible. And I call in such strong people. I'm so grounded in the fact that I'm here to heal. I'm here to help. I'm here to shift realities in a massive way. You couldn't be here listening if this truth wasn't for you too. If you weren't meant to travel the world and have experiences where people pay you to do whatever you're good at, singing, meditating, walking, Reiki, like I literally have people pay me, you guys, like people show up in my messages and they'll be like, hey, I know you're meant to do a commissioned art piece for me. And then like, I literally just do an art piece. Like you can't even find me doing commissioned art unless you message me like that. It's only from the dream state that I connect with people like that and they just show up in my messages and they pay me. Like that is the type of stuff I'm talking about of being a luxury healer. And if you're a luxury doctor, the same shit happens. Like you would never go, if you had something really wrong with your child or yourself, you would never go to like a doctor that's taking donations. Like get out of town. So why would you do that and accept that as a healer? It doesn't make sense. It makes the industry look bad and I really want to change it. I am changing it. Raising the standard, raising the bar. I don't even really resonate with the term shaman, but some of you may like go to that type of stuff, but really you're a healer. You're a new age spiritual leader. You're a new age creator. You're a feminine divine representation of the shift on the planet. Wow, this like guy, he's like what is this? Rolls Royce, I almost said. A Range Rover, and he has like a bandana and he like swerved around. Wow, this is like, I feel like I'm in like the movies right now. And it's like this little thing. Okay, anyway, back to my story. Yeah, you're just meant to be a luxury healer and you're meant to claim it and you're meant to be in this community if you're listening to this, because getting in a community helps you be around people like myself to support you in your activation, in your remembrance process so that you truly become who you're meant to become. Because if you're just sitting there by yourself in the same environment of linear thinking, of engineering, finance, tech, whatever, and you're not feeding your soul, you're not like you're not watering things into who the truth of you are, you're going to continue to live a life and achieving things, but you're still going to feel empty. It's not going to be good enough. So take it from me. I mean, I've built incredible platforms the past 3.5 years. I've built in like literally probably almost 100 communities between myself and my clients, micro communities that have been successful, that have changed people's lives or helped people do that. And I just had a really interesting call actually. So I spoke at PodFest Global, if you've never heard of it. It's like one of the largest, it is, I think, the largest podcast speaking thing you can speak at. And so anyway, I messaged him, I asked for feedback. And so we got on the phone and he was like, I loved it. He's like, you're phenomenal. Everyone had such specific questions. He's like, I feel like I guided you in the wrong way. Instead of focusing on online courses, even though you have that, I feel like it's more of like online communities from the feminine creation, because everyone knows the business tactical, but people struggle with the creation. And if you're a healer, you already know you're a healer. You just need to create the practice, create the space so people can show up and you can receive payment and you can scale it. Because if you aren't being true and speaking what you know to speak about this world, about what's happening in people's bodies, you are letting the darkness win. I hate to break it to you, but it just is what it is. So, and it's not linear, it's not logical, but no successful person ever in the history of success ever followed a linear path. There's something I believe in your heart sitting here right now, like asking you to be ripped open here in the now for you to become the healer that you know you're meant to become, or you wouldn't be doing it. And so that's why you're meant to get into my luxury healer inner circle. Like you're just meant to be there. You're meant to be in the community or you wouldn't be here listening. So anyway, message me Luxury Healer so we can get you enrolled and get you the details. I'm super excited. This is my best thing I've ever created in my whole life, probably up to date. But I say that about every creation, but this really is like the best community. This will forever be my best community I've ever created. This will be with me until I'm like 50 years old, I swear to God, because this is going to grow. I already see it. It's so amazing. So yeah, be one of the first 10 because it's really, and you'd be number 3. Whoever you are, you would be number 3 in the luxury healer inner circle if you enrolled, which is a very powerful number because of the Trinity, mind, body, soul. So anyway, I think the moral of the story would go is that stop hiding if you're a healer. Know that you're a healer. Claim it. Get in the right community to be supported. It's going to cost money, just as any education would, just as getting a Louis Vuitton would, just as getting a nice car would, just as getting my nice, like anything, like getting my nails done. Why would you want to be in an environment that is free? When you know your luxury, you know, like you want top of the line. So get in the environment of top of the line people, which I feel like I'm very top of the line with all the things I've been through, all the things I've created, and all the people I've helped transform their life. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. I'm top of the line. So get in there to get access to my energy consistently for you to evolve. It's just month to month. You can leave whenever you want, unless you're VIP, then there's a 3-month commitment. Luxury healer. Let me feel if there's anything else that's coming through me. I think the only thing that's coming through that really is true is that your life is meant to be absolutely incredible. It's meant to be better than you thought. You're meant to live with all the wealth, all the abundance, all the amazing people, all the relationships, all the freedom. Like, you're meant to have it all. You really, really are. But you do have to invest in environments. It is the biggest thing. Like, even in your home and whatever, like, the investment in you, in your education, is the greatest thing you will ever do. And you always have the money. It's you choosing to be unafraid and to overcome the linear thinking mind. If you are calculating your money, like, this is how I'm going to make this much money, it's boring. It is boring and it's outdated. Who wants to make money that way? I want to make money where it's raining from the sky. Like, literally, like, and money does rain from the sky from me, to be honest. I mean, you guys see all my pennies and I have all this money that randomly shows up. I don't even know how my bank account, I just is there. Like, things just happen. So that's the life I want. If you're a luxury healer, that's the life you deserve. Not like having to prove your energy, prove your worth, think about it, overanalyze, worry about paycheck. Like, no, it's just not how it's meant to be. That's not what a doctor would do, and that's not what you're meant to do. You've practiced your whole life for this. Before you were made manifested into this body, you were born for this. You were ready for it. It's here for you to claim. All you need to do is own it, rise into it, and get into this community, because it's going to help you do everything you want to do. So I love you so much. Feel free to share this, comment, let me know what comes up for you. What's included, again, is the meditation. So 1 meditation every month, which is my light language, sound healing, cosmic channeling. Second is that you will have a live Q&A with me, so we can talk about digital marketing, business, sales, traveling, cosmic updates, like everything in Colleen's realm, which is so much that you can just ask me questions. That never happens unless you're a private client. And then the third thing is you get the Expanded Liberation magazine, which is like my most high level content. Like that channeling, that like is like practical information, and it's channeling. Like, I don't share that business. Like, that's even like new business stuff of new things that are coming out on social media. That's like ways of learning, communities to be in. Like, that is literally my most potent content. Like, you will not find that content anywhere else except my magazine, because I'm obsessed with that magazine and it's going to be world renowned. So yeah, so that you get the access to that. And the VIP option is you get 24/7 access to me, 1 call with me a month, to let me know about all the things. And we have, intimate conversations like every day. So yeah, message me, get involved. First 10 people, special VIP bonus. We have 2 people enrolled already, so 8 more people. And then after that, just is what it is. So message me. I love you. You are a healer. Claim it. It's your right. It's your duty. It's your responsibility, or you wouldn't have been here born. It made manifested because you chose it.